change, you can just go to like the. Excellent. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the VR Creator Club. Uh, Today, we're just going to be kind of hanging out and drinking some coffee. These are not. No one can see when you're drinking coffee. I'm working on that, but you
Oh, you
can
could
like.
pick them up.
Yeah. um,
Hello. Yes.
but we still have. We just finished up the judging of the month-long game jam. So if you guys wanted to go play those games, now they're all ranked and everything's closed. So I won't be talking about that afterwards. Um, Next meeting, I will be presenting about the virtual Odyssey Festival and how I put it on and the results of it and everything involved with that. So if you guys want to watch that, I'll be doing that here in 2 weeks from now. Actually, that's Halloween. I'm a little bit unsure on how if we should do
Oh
that, but
yeah.
I'm leaning on a yes. So unless people just hate doing things on Halloween, then it should be good. So come here on Halloween and listen to me talk about Virtual Odyssey Festival.
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, floor is open for general discussion.
All right.
Um, and if no one
General.
else has anything to say, I will say um, I've been more of a designer for worlds in VR, but I've been diving into visual scripting to kind of like ease me into the programming. And I recently started
Hmm.
making a vending machine, and it was like very simple but very satisfying to actually put things together and like pressing buttons and things happening, like complicated things. So
Totally.
it was really cool.
Okay, I have a question, please.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I come from a technical background.
Hmm.
I'm a cybersecurity engineer, and I lately learned about like using templates and stuff to create some forms and websites, and I'm liking it. Okay, but and it's I've been wanting to ask like, is it possible for me to learn these technologies? I'm from Egypt, Cairo, and
Yeah.
as I told you, I'm a cybersecurity engineer,
Wow.
and I have a technical mindset, but I'm not. I'm a computer science graduate as well, but I'm not into programming much. So I wanted to ask you, is it possible for someone that doesn't have a like a programming background to learn these technologies and
Yes.
create something?
Definitely.
Sorry, the question
Flutter.
is long.
No,
A
you're good.
resounding
Flutter.
yes from over here. Go
Flutter
ahead.
has come from like a design background, and she is
Yes.
publishing her first game, so she has a lot of information on that. I was just gonna let her go on about that.
Yeah, please tell me.
Well, yeah. I guess I would just say yes. It's totally possible. I feel. I mean, it does take time, but I was able to do it. Just one step at a time. I would say starting with something small, like a small just learning how to grab objects or like you said with a vending machine you just I think
Mm.
take it one step at a time first. I think just get locomotion working in VR. Are you interested in VR
Yes, I
or
bought my
AR or
Quest 3
maybe
and I'm
all of it?
impressed, to be honest. It's beautiful.
Oh, say that again. I'm sorry.
I just bought my Quest 3. I've been wanting to buy it for
Here,
some
let me turn
time.
this up. Perfect.
Can you hear me
Uh-huh.
now?
Yeah, I just had my audio was actually pretty low on my headset. There we go. Okay.
I bought my Quest 3
Yeah.
like a month ago, and
Oh yeah.
I've been loving Banter so much,
Oh, that's
and I
awesome.
want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a website that I would like to share with you
What
guys.
is
I
it?
have a
Yeah.
website. It's called hayakum.travel. It's for traveling to Egypt. I
Oh,
customize
cool.
trips to Egypt, like with the whole setup, all the services, the booking of hotels and
Yeah.
airline tickets and all. So I've been wanting to. My dream. I have also like a
Mhm.
BMW spare parts website. So I wanted to integrate all of these solutions
Mhm.
into a world where I can present
Mhm.
my work and what I've done. This has
Mhm.
been one of my
Mhm.
dreams, but I feel like
Awesome.
I'm not sure if I have the the required talents to do that, you know?
Yeah, I know. I think it's like with me, I just started experimenting until I found out, one step at a time, and then you just gain confidence as you start working on it. Yeah, and I would say
Mhm.
start small with your project. Um,
Mm. So how
maybe
did
like
you
you
start?
start. How did I start? Well, I did start with I took a boot camp because I just had never really used. You don't necessarily have to do that, but because there's a lot of great tutorials out there, and
Mhm.
some like there's Valum and of course Justin, and
He's
yeah,
running
I
away.
just
No.
I would just start with yeah.
Yeah, I
Are you
Um,
can hear you.
familiar with Unity? Are you
and
familiar with
yeah,
Unity?
and Unity is what I started with exactly.
Yes.
Well
Yeah.
said,
Unity, yeah.
IT
Yes.
trainer.
Learn the
Hmm.
interface of Unity. Highly
Yes.
suggest that. Learn the interface of where everything, what it this is, and just
Hmm.
learn how to
I,
work around Unity.
I
Start
think
something
it's
like she said, something basic.
I think
Just
something.
learn
Yeah,
how to.
exactly.
Do I need any programming background, like
No.
the concepts or
Well,
anything?
C
it's
sharp
better if
is
you do.
what goes. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
better. I think if you just know the foundational, this is really I took one class through Xrterra for foundation for being a developer. And once you start to get used to the C sharp language, because that's what Unity uses if you decide to use that. Once you get start
Mm.
used to reading the language and just how things are structured, it's easier to use things like ChatGPT. So I think it was just a
Mm.
matter
Yeah.
of time and practice. And really, I'm not perfect at coding, but just I started with simple interactions, and a lot of my game has matching, um, where you match an object to another object, or I use a lot of colliders and collisions to where you walk into a box collider and then something happens, maybe an animation can occur. So I think it's
Mhm.
just starting with basic in animations. I would say basic interactions is what I mean. But yeah, learning Unity is an excellent thing. Learning foundations of C sharp, and then
Yes.
using ChatGPT, and then just learning step by step through a lot of trial and error. I'll be honest with you.
Oh
I
yeah.
have
Oh
Mm.
I
yeah.
have cried many times on my project, but
Oh yeah.
but you
Oh
just
yeah.
have to keep going. You just and maybe even just having fun with one thing that I really enjoy is making my own world. When you can stand in a world that you created, oh my
Yes.
God, isn't it
Exactly.
the best
Yes.
feeling?
Exactly.
So
Yes.
whatever tool
And
you want to use, whether it's Banter or like Horizons worlds, or if you want, I mean, I say just start with Unity. Start putting stuff in a scene in Unity and just get it onto your headset with some basic like VR locomotion and just walking around, and then go from there.
yeah.
I mean, because there's something
Yeah.
when you're in your environment you make, that's like a real game
Yes.
changer, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
It's a whole another feeling.
I
And then
would
then
Yeah.
you
say
kind of
that
know like what you want to do once you're in your environment. You're like looking at things and you're like, oh, I wish I could pick this up. And so that's like maybe the first thing you
Yeah.
work on. Or I wish I could do
yeah.
this. But like being in the environment for me is what helps inform me what to do next. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can we
So,
like what are our limits in Banter? Like if I want to
oh,
use these
oh,
spaces for
he would know better.
advertisement or something,
Yeah, that's a good question.
what are the rules for
So
that, or
there's
what are we allowed to do
so
and what we're not allowed to do?
you
Hmm.
you guys can hear me, right? Hello.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you
Okay,
can
cool.
go ahead.
Um, so Banter is really great because where we're at right now is actually a website. It's on a dot um bantering. It's a banter website, but you can also
Hmm.
host your world on your own website. There's a little bit of technical difficulties, and I, what you're seeing here is no code. Actually, it's very little
Hmm.
code, and the code that I did use for it, the community has been extremely helpful. And
Mm.
they kind of just give you the code and you paste it in, and you're like, okay, I don't understand what the code is doing, but it's working, and it makes it a lot easier. Um,
Mm.
and one of the other good things about Banter is it's supporting visual scripting, and that's what I'm doing because I don't really want to learn how to like just type and code.
Mm.
You can just like take the script and like
Visual
throw it in there.
scripting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Unity
Okay.
basic, so it's not just for Banter. Banter
Kind of
is
like a
like just
flowchart method of programming.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
way more
Sorry, Strange
approachable.
Piggy, what did you say?
And I
It's like a
happen to just
flowchart.
like actually coding, which is
Uh,
interesting. But
I'm a
that's
Sorry.
just me.
computer science graduate. We studied C sharp and C++
Oh,
even.
perfect.
But
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
don't
ghost me.
remember any of that
Yeah.
stuff, to be honest. I used to like it, but it's I never practiced it.
Oh, it'll come
I know
back.
the
Yeah.
concept. We studied
If I
object
can do it,
oriented.
seriously.
Are you aware of object oriented? Anyone here?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, object oriented
Yeah.
and the algorithms and how they work and all. I'm a
I mean,
2008
every
graduate,
algorithm is
so
different, but yeah, it's this
Mm-hmm.
sort of process
Mm-hmm.
of building an algorithm is good to know.
I'll have to
Mm-hmm.
restudy all of the stuff.
The I guess my
Mm-hmm.
feedback to you is that I guess that you have to decide what you actually want to make, so that will
Yeah.
dictate what you are
Yeah,
gonna learn.
I already told you I
Yeah.
want to create a place where I can put my like other services that I'm coming up with, like my
Mm-hmm.
BMW spare parts website,
Right,
store
right.
need for
But so
I could
security.
make
do
a
you want to make
world.
a custom
Yeah.
app, or do you want to be on a platform that's like so
Mm-hmm.
like this? Like
Yeah.
if you want to be on a platform
I'll
where you're
tell you.
sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to first of all make my own world where I can put my websites
Mm-hmm.
as an
Mm-hmm.
advertisement. So it's something that could be visited by people, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
they'll start booking trips to Egypt through that. I don't know if it's allowed or not, but this is what I had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, I want to learn how to create these worlds so that I can use it for advertisement as a service to people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I could create a museum for some famous artist and put his work there. I could market it
So you're
somehow.
interested in world building, how to world build.
That's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
That's
That's
sorry.
what
what
I'm
it sounds
hearing.
like to me.
Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds
You
like to me
Mhm.
interested
too.
in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you
So
say
you
it
want to
again,
be on a
please? I'm
platform
sorry.
like this or on Meta
Mm-hmm.
Horizons, I think.
Yep.
You don't want to make
I
a
think so
custom
too.
app that it's like Unity based. That's
No,
not your focus.
Yeah, that's what
no,
it sounds like.
no. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted
So
the. Yeah, please go on.
oh yeah, I think you'd want to learn maybe this first. I'm not sure how popular this
Yeah.
is compared to Meta Horizons, but
Yeah.
or like VR chat maybe is like the biggest one to focus on. Like maybe you'd have
Mm-hmm.
the most success
Mm,
there.
I like banter.
Yeah.
When I went to VR chat,
Mm.
it's I keep
Yeah, VR
getting the
chat, I
sickness.
feel like it's more complicated to build in. I feel like
I
it's
haven't
easier
tried
to
it.
build in
Mm-hmm.
here in Banter
In here.
because
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's easier to build in here. So I think this would be a good place to
I believe
All
VR
right.
chat's
banter
pretty
is
easy
gonna
too
be
to
the
use.
next VR chat.
Is it?
Don't you guys
Okay.
believe? I
So
Uh,
believe
you have to
banter is
have
gonna
the
be like more popular than VR chat. I don't know. I've been there and it's just
Mm.
way better here, right?
yeah. Well, I would say that right now,
Mm-hmm.
specifically right now, Banter
Mm-hmm.
being smaller is an advantage for builders because
Mm-hmm.
if you build something for VR
yes,
chat, no one will see it unless you have a very
exactly.
if you build
Yeah.
something in here and you just publish it and you are in the world, it goes to the top of the world. There's only three or four, maybe five worlds that are
Yeah.
like on the top of the page. So a lot of people who might not know what's happening are coming to this event and just to check it out, who are new to Banter, and
Right.
it has
Mm,
a high level of visibility, even though it has a smaller user base.
Yeah, and but
yeah.
also I noticed that they don't do enough marketing. Like I kept searching a lot
Mm.
for like a social I went
Mm,
to VR. I felt sick to my stomach. I had to leave because I didn't
yeah.
like it.
Oh.
And then their kids cursing and I don't
Oh
know, it's
yeah,
crazy.
it's a little crazy in VR
Yeah.
chat.
And
I
Oh
then I
agree.
yeah.
came here. I
You
like
gotta have a
the
group.
Oh
You gotta
I
have
yeah.
kind of miss
people in
alt
there ahead of
space for
time.
that reason. But anyway.
Yeah,
Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
Right?
You gotta
Thank
talk to the alt space
you.
groups to get
That's the
normal
you
last
guys
people.
to hang
time
out.
I
You
really
used to hang out
enjoyed
there or what?
social
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
VR,
yeah,
Thank
except
search
for
for alt
you.
this.
space
Thank you.
for
Yes, I'm glad
groups
you
and
said
stuff.
that. Yes.
That's the
That
truth.
helps.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
You
course,
guys
thanks.
used to hang out there before? Is that what you're saying?
No alt space. Yeah, but it doesn't
Allspace, that's
exist.
where I started, basically
Yeah.
starting
That's where
my
more of the
VR
adults
journey.
are, I would say.
That's like VR
Right.
chat?
Yes.
Not
It doesn't
not
That's where I
exist,
VR.
started.
unfortunately.
It is VR
It's
chat.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
they
just the group of
sunsetted,
people that left alt
was it
space are
a
in
year
VR
ago?
chat now.
Yeah,
No, no,
there.
sorry,
VR.
If you
Say
sorry.
don't
that.
Old
want kids and all
Spaces.
that, if you don't want the kids, then
Ah,
you
Old
join a group,
Space.
and if you
Okay.
search for Old Space groups,
Sounds like Old
you're
Exactly.
Spice.
guaranteed to have normal people,
Yeah.
not creeps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
to
But yeah,
VR
I
chat the
never
other
made a
day, and
world in social, and I never made a world on a
Excuse me?
platform, so I'm not as familiar. But because I
Excuse
like to
me?
do everything straight in Unity and then put it on a APK.
You're,
Flutter, you published apps?
But that's just me. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Flutter,
someone's
you
talking.
published
Mm.
Yes,
apps?
I am just about to publish it. I just had my app in. Well, I would call it a VR story game in XR Festival
Okay,
at the
cool.
beginning of this month. So that was kind of cool. I was excited about that. So I'm going to release it to the
yeah.
public at the end of the month. Yeah, I'm getting it prepared for side quest. I want to start there because I want to just get a bunch more feedback. I've just gotten feedback from about 10 or 12 people, and then it went into the festival. And so it's kind of like I'm doing it in stages before I ask for money and make it a
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
project. And right now it's just a 20-minute experience, but I have a larger idea for it. So I want to hear what the public
Mm.
says about it first before I start charging. And yeah, I don't want to get people mad.
Mm.
I kind of want to hear I want to hear some true feedback from people I don't know. So that kind of thing.
Mm.
So
And then
you're
go
a
from there.
designer, as in you were a designer,
Whoops.
as in
Yeah, I was a
fashion design?
designer first, like a graphic designer for like a very long time, and then
Oh
I
yeah.
do art, I do visual art and music, and I went to school for
Awesome.
film production, and so really I just brought all of those different skills into VR, and I learned coding along the way. It was just a necessity in order to finish my game. I mean,
Yeah.
I seem
but really
closer to
you could
that
do
than
things
you.
with just yeah, yeah, you are. So if I could be doing it, I mean, seriously, that's what I try to tell people. But it does take, but it took a lot of dedication and sacrifice and time. I mean, it's not like I just,
Yeah.
oh, in one day I did this. I really, I mean,
Yeah.
but if you love it and you know what you want to do, what I would do is I would basically just learn, okay, I need to do this now. So then I would just focus on that for a month or two or
Yeah.
however long, and then finish
Yeah.
that. And then I need to do this now. And then if it was like too complicated, I would say, okay, let's change my game, like make the scope smaller, and then go from there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you
Yeah.
mentioned something about your application. What does it do? Can you share your idea with us?
Oh, sure. So it's a VR story game. So it's based around kind of like an escape room. The story, you really have to solve a puzzle before
Mm,
you get to the next part of the story. And
okay.
yeah, that's it. And so you're just solving kind of simple puzzles, and the environment is a strong part of my um the vibe is a strong part of my experience, definitely. So
Okay.
yeah.
We'd like to take a look at this space. You said there was something that we can do.
What's up?
Arcan,
Yeah.
Arcan, you said in the beginning you said that you wanted to show us something here that we can do.
Oh no, I was making a vending machine previous or like last night,
Yeah, explain it.
and
Hmm.
but um I can't import it because there's two versions of Banter right now, and
Oh.
and the vending machine is on the newer
Mm,
one, and
okay.
and it's also in a test world, so it's not public. But it's just one of those things where the things I've been focusing on is working on like sound design kind of
Mhm.
um be, because right now there we go. I made a lot of spaces that didn't have a lot of sound design, and then I'm also trying to actually learn to code a little bit, and just by using the visual
Mhm.
coder, the visual
Mhm.
scripting. So like I made a vending machine, and one of the things that I
Cool.
really wanted to do is whenever you press the button, it has like the sound of the can dropping.
Oh,
So I
Mm,
did
nice.
that,
Yeah.
and there's like a 4 second delay between when you press the button and the can actually coming out. And I just couldn't figure out how to do that like in a normal way, like an easy way. So
Mhm.
I had to like use the visual scripting, and then I had to make it so you could only press the button every 6 seconds, because otherwise you could just spam it and the cans would shoot out of it. And I was like,
There's that
that's
to
not gonna
remember.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Preventing
Yeah.
uh,
things. That's for the player to, because players will try to break the game like that. So yeah, good point.
Yeah, yeah. And I only used like 4 or 5 nodes where it was like a
Ah,
delay, making an item, and then like waiting 4 seconds to spit that item out. So I could throw like a portal in after this, but I don't want to like start world hopping in the middle of the event. So
Okay, well,
um,
Arkan, I will definitely give you a call when I start making creating my space.
mhm,
yeah,
mhm, mhm,
I can definitely help out with that. And then if you're on
mhm.
Banter, the community is really good. IT Trey has a world like called the Classroom that you can go to and
Yes,
uh, learn essentially, and people just like jump
nice.
on there and tutor each other and be like, "This is
So
how you do that."
That's awesome.
you're part of the Banter team, or you're just like a creator?
I'm just a creator. I'm.
Mhm.
This is like kind of a collaboration between the YouTuber Justin P. Barnett and his VR Creator Club. If you go into the horseshoe in the beginning, there's actually a link to that, and there's a lot of learning resources, mostly for learning how to code, but also just an introduction to Unity. So that's what like this whole thing
Where
is.
do I find that?
Um, if you come
In the
over,
middle
come
there.
over here.
Hmm. Yeah, and what else? What else is it? People. What other things are people working on? I guess is what I want to say. I don't know if we're all. Okay. Hmm?
So this is a button right here,
Yeah. I just kind of want to hear what
Uh,
people are working on. Also,
and you
I'm like
click on that,
really talking all the
and
time.
yeah,
there's a school website
VR
that you can
creator
go to.
club.
Hi. I don't know. Have I met you before? I
Yeah,
feel
and
like
you
I
can join
have.
that the like that what this is. You can join this, the VR Creator
It
Club,
happens.
um, and there's a lot of
Is that
there's a
is
community.
that a
But tell me.
is that a like how can I join? Like join
Okay.
group? That's all.
So this is just like a literal web page, and if you're in VR, I would just
Oh
remember the
yeah, I
URL,
remember you talking about your
um,
racing game.
which is
Okay.
just
How's it
go
going? Yeah.
online and look up VR Creator Club, and you should be able to
Good.
find this website.
What economy are you
Make an
working on?
account. You
I
can
don't
do
want to
everything
take
in
too much. Oh,
Banter, but you're going to be sitting there and like pecking at your keyboard, which is going to take you
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem. And
Appreciate it.
yeah, just as a reminder, the VR Creator Club and Banter have two separate but like commingling communities, and even though some people are shared between them, they're two separate entities. So I just want to make sure that I don't work for Banter. I don't actually work for Justin either. I just kind of like volunteer for this
So what do you
social
do
life.
for a living?
I actually I'm in the middle of looking for a job right now. I have a couple good leads, but I just graduated with a master's in immersive media communication, which is like VR
Mm,
and like advertising and like how to use VR in
augmented
applications.
reality, you know?
Yeah, all
Mm,
all that good stuff. So
mm.
what
It's
do
a
I do right
future.
now? I look for jobs.
How old are you?
36. I'm
Okay, so
told,
you did your masters and
Okay,
yeah,
great.
good for
found out
you, man.
How
recently
old
I'm
is
an
your
old
master's
man.
though? Is it on? Do you have
No,
one
I'm
certificate?
You're
38.
not that old.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That's not what
How?
people keep telling me.
I'm 38.
I'm 43.
Oh. Oh, okay.
40.
What's
Yeah,
your age?
we're
Yeah.
around the same
Sorry.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get there, you don't feel like it's that old.
Okay.
Yes. It was like, come on, we're still 18 till I
Yeah,
die.
I still feel like a child.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
right?
Yeah.
I'll be sitting on the floor, my wife will be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "What?" Just it's fine. My back will hurt when I get up. It'll be good.
Cool. Wait, and then
Yeah.
Buffalo. So where is that?
I'm
But
glad I
yeah,
met you guys.
It is
It's a
north.
pleasure
Yeah.
talking with you
That's
guys.
okay.
yeah. How did you
Yeah.
find this event? Did you just roll into Banter
Well, when you
or?
said Buffalo, I was
It's
just like,
it
who is
shows it showed
Buffalo
on
North?
the
Yeah,
first
yeah. Oh.
is it an event? It has a timing,
Yeah,
right?
Featured events. Yeah.
featured
Usually the
event.
events will come at the first like the first left at the top on the left,
I
Yeah.
want to see it. Yeah.
Okay,
right?
cool. So yeah, you like I was talking about discoverability. If you are on Banter, you're probably going to be found, and they're not pushing that hard to have people come to Banter right now because they're still building like the UI
They're
and like the whole
upgrading.
Yeah.
enough. Yeah,
'Cause
they're
I
still
heard
the
the official they
mm,
supposed to have like a launch on the 25th
Oh
of
my
this
gosh,
month.
that's
it was,
cool.
it was supposed to be the 15th. They keep pushing it back.
Like a
15th.
yeah, like a cinematic
Okay, the 15th.
viewing of it.
Okay, okay. So what is
Yeah.
that gonna
You know,
consist of? Like, is that gonna when they gonna start actually start marketing and all that stuff?
Yeah, they're going the whole UI. So whenever you go to your pause menu, they're redoing all of that because it's still like in an early stage and there's a lot of
Yeah,
parts that aren't very intuitive that kind of hold people back from like really enjoying the application and they know
yeah,
that like they're actively working on it. Um,
yeah.
so once they do that,
Readability.
there's a lot of yeah readability.
Yes.
Um, and
And I
yeah,
know
once they
Shane mentioned that they working on a new menu system and
Wait, is it on Steam now?
they trying to get the avatars situation all figured out.
full body tracking too.
Yes.
So
That seems
they
like a waste
promised a
of
lot
time.
for
Yeah.
full body tracking.
Yeah, I don't think any very small niche group of people use that so far.
That is true, but I will say for like an event like this, if I had full body tracking and I was presenting on a stage and then recording that and putting on YouTube,
It would look
it
better.
would
Yeah.
it would look better and it would help guide people to the event because if like someone watched it and they saw like
My husband has
unnatural movement that might deter them from coming here because they're like it doesn't look very good. But if I was like on a stage and animated and like people were like, oh man, that looks like an event that I want to go to. So
Hmm.
I don't think everyone needs it, but it's a feature that I think would help with events, and that's what Banter specializes in right now. So
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess I feel like there'd be
Exactly.
other contributing factors to like drawing people's attention to it being a good place to hang out.
yeah, um, I
Like
I
I like
definitely have. Yeah, what's up?
oh just like avatars, lighting, like I guess like smooth like smoothness of motion, like you know jittery characters kind of end up like just like scaring people away a little bit more than like body movement.
Yeah,
I know. That's why I'm like,
that's true.
some
And
people that went through my game
it's one of those things where I'm like, every time I'm like, this is getting really annoying. Like, why haven't they fixed this? Shane has an AMA, the CEO of all of this.
Hmm.
He's like, and we know that we have these problems and we're working on them, and here's a date, and then usually on that date they make progress towards that and they fix things. Like, I was having a hard time with my items where you would like actually grab them, like all the rigid bodies, you grab
Hmm.
them, and if you looked the wrong way, they would disappear.
Oh yeah.
And
Hmm.
that was fixed recently, and I was like, okay, cool. Now I don't have to worry about that. That's one less thing I need to worry about. So it's like
Yeah.
as the problems come up, they're fixing them, and you're like, okay, cool. It they're actively doing it, so that's good.
when I got into the
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, no.
and I
Yeah.
thought, oh, I finally got into a festival
That's
after all
good.
these years.
And I
Um,
noticed when I first came into Banter, I know, I think it was Faye that told me that, because I know back in All Space, they used to use URP, the Universal Render Pipeline,
yeah,
and they don't use that in here in Banter.
no.
But why is that?
Oh, I don't know.
Ah,
um,
okay.
Probably, I'm guessing maybe it's less process intensive to use a standard one,
Uh,
but I don't
uh,
actually know.
I felt like URP was
okay.
actually less processor intensive.
Yeah.
Uh, and your
At least like
avatar is actually reflecting the skybox. Your
This one?
avatar is, yeah, your face is reflecting the skybox. Like,
Good. Um,
yeah.
they're trying to go to 2022 version, and I bet you anything that they're gonna.
Yeah, I saw Dizzy had a video on that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
every time I update to the 2022 version, it stops working, so I stopped doing that.
Yeah, I haven't did
What
that
do you?
just for that reason. I'm gonna wait until they figure it out. When they say okay, this is working for sure, then I'll upgrade it. But right now, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick with the one I got. I
Oh,
know it's working.
What is
Whoa.
what is that
Getting more
I
horror
cannot
intense.
see my
monster
What
over
is
there?
avatar.
that?
I cannot hear anything. Hold on.
Not yet, but I'm gonna put it.
There's a lot of noise
Bam!
here. I'm sorry.
This
This
is the
is
most beautiful
Bam.
piece of art.
What up, Corky?
It's a commentary on fashion.
I cannot see
Uh,
my own avatar.
I feel like this is what VR has been lacking is avatars like this.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's what
so
we need.
I'm
Hey, what's going
new
on?
here.
What's it? I
It's
Hey,
my
What's up,
first time
man?
in VR.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
nice.
This is
you
so
too,
beautiful.
man. You too.
I
Turn
understand
it up.
everything, but wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to jump
Yeah,
in
I,
on you the other day.
yeah, I fixed my classroom by the way,
Oh,
so
I'm so
take a picture.
fascinated.
Really? Okay.
I'm
yeah.
excited.
Heck yeah,
Yeah, I'll go
dude. That's
back
what's
in
I
up,
there.
want
man.
It should be
to
right.
be creator.
Literal film that's so expensive too. Yeah, you know, just
Yeah.
oh, one roll of film back in college, which was very, very long ago. It was like $500 for like 2 or 3 minutes or something. So
Whoa.
expensive. Yeah, yeah. To actually develop
Yeah.
film and stuff. Oh my gosh. But it's
But that's
beautiful, but
the thing now. It's like nobody does film
no,
anymore
not
except
like
like
that.
for like people who are out to do film and have the money to
Absolutely.
burn.
And have it. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
so you have like
Yeah,
4K cameras that are amazing, that are
exactly.
like
You don't
film
need to.
quality, and yeah,
I know. But
yeah.
that's how you could see how old I am. No, but it was so much fun to just like literally be cutting and taping film together. I have done that.
Okay, now I'm wondering.
Ah,
Do you have a film
yeah, and all the
degree or
video.
did,
Yeah, yeah, and I in the well, it's a communication studies degree, but then my emphasis was film and video production, and we didn't have Adobe Premiere back then, so you can. That's how old I am. Yeah, but all the theory's the same.
You're very young.
Yeah, yeah, I am. No, yeah, high schooler. Ah, that's what filters are for on the internet. No, and the avatars. I'm just joking.
will will the future be
Hi,
like
I'm trying
when
to
you're
find
old,
it. Strange Beach. Yeah, go ahead.
when you're old you like I programmed an app. I'm like, oh, you programmed? I just told it to create this environment.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I see that happening now. I feel like I've lived through a lot of this already because I was a musician. Yeah, during the MP3.com and Napster day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and wow, that changed a lot. I don't even know what music is so different now, but yeah. And what do you do, Strange Beige? Sorry, I'm calling you Strange Beige, but
That's my name right
what's your
now.
real name? Okay,
My name is Ryan.
Ryan. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a unemployed VR developer that I was working on an app called Flipside Studio,
Okay.
which is like an animation kind of like sort of so TikTok kind of VR experience where you could record yourself performing and then share it with the world.
Oh,
So it's like
cool. Yeah.
so like you could record yourself and your friends acting together and then like sharing it with other people.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. Yeah.
And I've been in the VR space for a decade or so,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah,
Oh, longer
I
than me.
also I'm
Yeah.
also a musician, and I've worked in the film industry also.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. What kind of music?
Sort of more experimental dance music, like sound art
That's
kind of.
what I like.
Yeah,
Do you use modular synth?
I do. Yeah,
Me
it's
too.
high five here.
High five. Oh my gosh, you would like some of my stuff probably. Yeah,
Probably.
I
Yeah,
have like
I'm a big.
modulars. I have modulars all over my basement, like the systems, and my husband builds DIY stuff, and yeah,
Oh,
all that.
sweet. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like sitting right next to my modular right now.
Yay! What's
And
your like favorite? Like, what do you like? Like, what's one of your favorite companies or something? Yeah.
probably IntelliGel, and
Yeah, yeah.
make noise, I guess.
Make noise
Standard.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I like Qubit a lot, but it's kind of those modules are pretty deep, but I like Qubit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of
Oh,
I don't
cool.
want.
These
Oh.
are the ones that you press on the cubes.
Well, you take
No,
like Go ahead. Yeah.
It's like a bunch of
Hybrid.
individual pieces that you put together to make a full sort of synthesizer. So you buy parts and then you sort of attach them together, little modules. This is physical. This is real world stuff.
It's so fun.
Okay.
Like you'll have
Wow.
just one thing that does one effect. Yeah, it just does one thing. Like synthesize, or yeah, it might have everything in one thing. And this, you have like one module that does one function, I guess you could say, and then you wire it together with these little cords.
Yeah,
It's super fun.
it's a lot.
It
of
just
fun.
makes it really tactile and fun and experimental.
And
You're right.
and
It made me like
unexpected.
doing music again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I've done music a long time.
I have this thing, guys. I have like I remember
Yeah.
tunes. Like I'll you can tell me any song from say the 70s and I'll remember its tune.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I just memorized them
You're
so
just like
easily.
good at really memorizing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that have? Can I make money out of that in any way?
No.
Maybe on YouTube or something. On TikTok.
Maybe on TikTok. Yeah, exactly. Look at me.
Yeah, right?
Music. I tried that. No, I just do music for fun.
Yeah, I
now.
don't think you can make money off of music.
No.
Music.
Sorry to be
See, I'll
so
tell you what I worked on.
down about that.
I
Yeah,
worked
go ahead.
on learning.
Your avatar's
This
pretty
button
broke.
right here.
Yeah, I noticed. I figured it. I figured
And
it.
you can like
Nobody wants to
go
see
do
me
some
soft.
tutorials.
I want to know. Do you
be
know
part of the
about avatars?
community.
Please help me.
So, yeah,
I'm not the avatar
kinda like
person.
what this is.
Helen knows more about avatars
and I'm
than
just
me,
doing
but
these
that is
I
way
don't
beyond
know a
me.
lot.
bi-weekly events.
Yeah,
where
that's
we
way
Okay,
get
beyond me.
together
so
and we
what?
talk,
So
and
I
I'm
think
trying
it
to get,
has
like,
something
different
to do
public
with the
speakers.
LODs,
So if you're
okay?
the only one who has like a
I'd say
project
so.
that they're working on who wants to talk
Yeah,
about it publicly,
that's a good guess.
send them over my way.
You disappeared for a minute.
Okay, dude.
God damn.
What are you supposed to be?
Cool, dude. That sounds cool.
Okay, now I can see you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That will be a
Wow,
secret
so, yeah,
until I
maybe
become that thing.
I've been thinking about getting
I
into
say it,
more
that's belt
of
buckle, that's
Horizon's
clips,
world.
that's a chain.
I was hearing about Google Ads. Arkin is, I think, over there.
We
that
are between.
created it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So
That's
I
an alt
learned-
space avatar, by the way. Go ahead. Or look, you should say. But go ahead.
and
Sorry,
I
sorry.
advise people who are trying to seek like passive income or maybe
Like
even
marketing,
make
right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
marketing and like finding a good brand name
Oh,
that
sure.
shows up at the beginning of the search
Ah.
engines.
Uh-huh.
So whenever anybody writes a certain inquiry,
Mm-hmm.
you'll show up. And then I started with two ideas. Okay, one was to sell BMW spare parts to BMW owners.
Oh, you're mentioning that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just put all the like I didn't know even about cars, so I just put all the I searched for the spare parts like by part numbers, and then I found them on the internet and I put it in a store.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who and then I became first in Egypt. Like whenever anybody types BMW spare parts, I'll show up first. I received a lot of calls.
Yeah, because
And
people
then-
want to. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because now there's also inflation and people are trying to fix
Oh,
their cars
gosh, yeah.
instead of buying new ones.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Uh-huh.
So there was a demand. I took the demand and I went to the these inquiries and these requests, and I went to spare parts distributors, and I told them, see, these people want spare parts.
Mhm.
And they and then I just took they sent the spare parts to the people who are requesting it, and I took a commission. It was very easy. It was very like the course is for free in Google AdWords Skill Shop. And it's 3 hours and a half. That's all you need to finish the course. And then you learn how to use these technologies. Now they're becoming so advanced after the introduction of AI.
Right. Yeah.
They make you reach your targeted audience easily, and then you get things started. So I stopped that one and I started another thing. I said, okay, medical tourism. Someone is searching for a doctor. I show up first. Egypt is a target. Like a lot of people go to Egypt for a medical attention.
Okay.
So I went to the biggest hospitals in Egypt and I told them I can get you clients. And today was actually my meeting with one of the general manager of the biggest hospital in Egypt.
Yeah. Oh,
He was
wow.
so
Yeah.
excited about the idea,
That's
and
good.
he tried my application. I made like forms. I made it more advanced, using very simple tools without even programming, even writing one code. Okay, I created the website.
Oh, Spider-Man is here.
Hello. And I started showing up first in a Gulf area. I chose Gulf area as a target. Am I boring you with this, or are you following?
Well, I'm following. Yeah.
It's not related to VR creation, but
Yeah.
Yes, I know, I know, I know, I know. But you can use it for like reaching to audience that you need, of course. Like whatever the subject is, you can use Google AdWords to reach your targeted audience, whatever it is, the subject. You know what I mean?
I just want to
Yeah,
point out
that's it.
But go
that
ahead,
his name
point
is
it. Yes.
Strange Beige, and I think that's an
Yes.
awesome name, and you should keep that name
I
when you
kind of
finally
like
do
it.
make an account. Strange
I know
Beige.
sometimes.
It just works.
I think I will.
Sometimes the auto creation on the names just works for you.
I agree. Sometimes I like them. I don't know. There was one that was lime something that was hilarious on some. Yeah, I like them. But I was gonna ask Ryan, what do you make? What apps do you make? I forgot what you said. Or
I
what are you working on in
I was working
VR?
on an app called
Oh, the
Flipside
Flipside.
X,
Yes,
Flipside
yes, yes.
Studio. It's on
And
the
now
Quest.
what are you still gonna work on it? I'm gonna go check it out. But are you still?
So yeah, I was working with a team and I was
something
laid
different.
off this year.
Oh, that
I'm
What's up, man?
right now. I'm
What's up,
working
man?
on a video game
Not much.
about
Cool.
fighting gigantic angels, biblically accurate
Right.
angels.
Oh yeah. Okay. Does it have a name? A
It's
working
called,
title?
well, right
or-
now the working title is called Hungry Eyes, but I think it's going to be
Ooh.
kind of it's kind of made off of the song Hungry Eyes. That was the
Oh, you mean like
inspiration.
from? Yeah, you mean like from Dirty Dancing, that one?
Yeah, from Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I mean, it is. I was right. Okay.
Yeah, that's where it started.
I forgot who wrote that. But anyway.
I don't know who made it, but yeah,
I just
that's
know
kind
it's
of
on
what
that
I'm working on
soundtrack.
right now.
But yeah.
I'm-
Oh, cool. Okay. Are you on the VR Creator Academy?
No,
Did
I,
you
I
post
I
on
stumbled
that, or-
across this. I stumbled across this
How
through
did you find
LinkedIn.
it?
I'm not really. I don't know anything about this
Oh,
group,
cool.
really.
I should find you. I'm like interested in your work. I'm like, oh my gosh, because you do modular and everything.
Yeah, I think we could probably have a good conversation about our
I know.
projects.
I know. How do I add people too? Wait, whoops.
I'm not sure.
I'll
Point
add
at
you
their
as a friend
head
here.
and click
Let
on
me
it, but
point-
he's not. He has no account yet, so you
Oh
can't
wait,
add
you don't
him
have an
yet.
account. You're right. Oh, that's okay. Anyway, I'm
You
here
can
a
add
lot.
that guy.
I'll add
He's
you.
addable.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Oops.
It's
I'm
me.
gonna add you. Wait, where am I? Hold on. I think you gave me something to add.
Quest, yeah, it's for the Quest headset. So like you go to your Quest menu, it's not on the
Again,
PC, it's
within the next few days, that limit will be
yeah, it's
much
just
better.
I'll look up things right now.
Yeah.
Maybe Pops
Okay.
knows. Maybe this man's good at avatars. No.
It could be worth holding
There
out
we
until
go.
the new release
Um.
because it's going to change soon anyway.
Okay.
And you
That's what
might
you log in
find
here.
out.
You
I'm
log in with
Christine,
SideQuest
and
accounts,
Flutter
so
is
I
my
had to make
nickname.
one to be here with an avatar. So that's all you got to do. It
Yeah,
takes
yeah,
literally
that's
3
my
minutes,
nickname,
and
yeah.
you're done.
Where are you from, Christine?
I've logged in once,
I'm from
and I haven't had to
Wisconsin in
log
the
in
United
again.
States.
Although
There we
I'm
go.
sure
Now
at
I
some
just
point
put
I'll
you.
have to.
I'll do that after this meeting,
There we
but
go.
I'm not sure what time it is here.
So like
Is
the
this
Midwest
like
of the
a-
United States.
Does it
Yeah.
end in an hour?
I don't know. I just kind of show up sometimes.
Kind of by Chicago.
I'm
A lot
nobody
of
here.
people
I'm
know
so
where
random.
Chicago is.
Hey, Pox. Now, Pox is
Nice to
somebody,
meet you too.
so he might have the answer for you.
I know. But my husband
do you have an
visited
answer
Egypt.
for me?
Like, oh, when was it? 20.
When does this end?
He
This
was teaching
creator thing?
jujitsu.
You're
Me, I
muted.
never went with him when he went there.
Wait a second.
Like
I would have liked
12
to.
minutes?
There you go.
Or are we
I
think
know.
the internet
Maybe
said it
we'll
was
go
an
back
hour,
again.
but-
But
No,
he,
it's
he
open.
enjoyed it a lot.
That's until
Wait.
people leave.
It's so nice.
What's the question?
Yeah.
Is
what
this a
time does
regular
this
happening
end?
thing, and is it usually just an hour?
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know. I'm here for the first
Are you
time
gonna
in this
go?
event,
Okay.
so I have no
Yeah,
idea.
come back
actually.
another time.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're
it
friends now.
is a regular thing.
Okay,
It's
bye.
every other week
Egyptian made a friend.
around this time,
Yay!
and no,
Made my
it
friend.
will
I'm a friend now.
normally last so people.
Bye.
Okay, I'm.
I normally
Bye,
show up
Egyptian.
for an hour and then head out.
Me too. I don't know what time it is.
I've been hanging out in
Okay.
Shapes XR with people, and then also
Oh,
doing some
okay.
like Horizon Worlds meetups. So I'm just kind of testing out all the platforms.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not much to do on tourist end, but
22nd we're going for then.
there are
No.
exhibits you can have there and things like that. So if anything, you might not be able to bring your worlds
I'm
in
going
there,
22nd.
but you can showcase your worlds there.
No, don't go there.
It's
Kind
kind
of
of
bring
like
them
an
over here.
advertisement
It's
type
gonna
of.
be November.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
No,
I like
to be
that.
honest, I don't
I'm
know.
trying to
I
work
have
on
no
building
idea.
a VR portfolio right now,
When we get to this
like
bit,
in
I
VR.
have been
So I'm kind of
waiting a
working
year
on
to the
building
day
that
for
in
it.
the
When I get there,
in Banter, and I'm trying to see
Year to
how
the
it
day.
works and how good it is, and
For what?
Yeah.
For the
trying to
updates.
I'm trying to also find like what
Well, no,
what
you've got the
platform would
SDK
best like
too.
work and get like most eyes on it. So I think something like that might be
Proper
nice.
network sync. I should be getting it
Yeah.
on that day.
Yeah, and then we'll get you a lot of those people who mess around with multiverse. They mess around with VR chat. You know, like everybody in the social apps, we kind of like circulate. So like,
I'm going Poland.
if you meet
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah,
in
to the same
one, they
boat
probably
ride.
mess around with another one too.
Brilliant.
So like, very connected. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So
How long have you been on Banter? Like how much do you know about it?
I don't know when it'll be.
I haven't been on Banter too
I
long.
don't think it'll be.
I wasn't one of like the super originals or
think
anything
it'll
like
be
that. I migrated from Outspace. I came from
I hope it's
Outspace.
September. I hope it's September.
And kind of caught Banter
But we don't
about,
have that many
gee
days
whiz,
left.
I don't know how long I've been here. Maybe
I know, that's what I'm
maybe
hoping it's October.
6 months, maybe. Maybe.
To be honest, what
But,
really would
yeah,
be
so-
clever would be releasing
What was it?
on
People have been working
Halloween,
on
knowing that a
making
lot of
bigger
people are
events
gonna
here,
be
like
out.
ticketed events. There was and like going back and
you're
forth
not
between
stressed
Horizon World
doing
and
everything.
Banter. It's kind of
Yeah.
If
interesting.
that makes sense.
They had like a larger comedian. They sold like $10
No, but
tickets,
that's what I
and you
mean.
can go
That's
see him in
okay.
VR, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
You get the
I'm so
regulars.
Yeah,
that
man.
come
So like what you were saying, like people going back and forth. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Like I jump on VR chat every once in a while just to like kind of like inspiration, where I'm like, okay, what are people doing here? How can I bring that over here?
Yeah, my favorite thing about the about VR chat is going to the Venus Immersive. They have that every year, and
I can see you glowing
they had it just about a few months ago, and yeah, I always show up at VR chat for the Venus Immersive.
Ooh, what is
And
that?
this year it actually made like the headliner thing on VR chat, which was I was kind of happy about it because before it was like you had to get it off their website
Can't even tell
or
where your feet are.
I was using Viveport a few years ago, and so like they would always appear on Viveport and be like, yeah, our worlds are on VR chat, but like this year's event, which is the third time
Yeah,
that they've
Baxter.
appeared in that they've done it in virtual reality, because it's a real live event, it's a real live art and festival, and so like they brought the VR, you know, and
Stroke the spine.
this year was the first year, man, that they made a headliner, so I was like, cool.
What
I
was
go
it
to
called
VR
one more
chat.
time?
Tell you what,
What was it called one more time?
it's called
I
Venus
disappeared.
Immersive. Venus
It
Immersive.
like pops up and then like fades away or something, and then I don't know I have it. But then
I move around a lot, so it'll pop up and I'm already in motion, so it'll stay over
Exactly.
there, but I'm over here now.
and it's usually on somebody else. So
I'm over here now, so it'll just get relegated to my list of people that are either waiting or not waiting,
Send him a friend request.
which
Yep.
is currently empty.
Yeah, but then he's gonna be like.
and I'm always pressing the wrong thing because I'm like, what button is this app do? You know, like I forgot where teleport was on here. Now I remember.
Pox, what's the timeline
Anyway,
on the new update?
I changed
Do you
my
know?
name in VR chat.
where is Pop?
Are you aware?
Am I like standing? Oh,
No. What new updates are about to
Gee.
come?
I have my old name.
He's right here.
wait.
You don't see
am I, like,
Pox?
on? No, what happened?
So,
That's so
I'm-
weird.
I'm-
I can hear you, Fox.
I'm
Hello.
pointing at you, but there's a glitch that's been happening to people randomly. I think you saw it last night.
Yeah,
can't
I
see
thought
your
maybe I
name.
was
Your name is
standing on
gone.
you, but I'm not.
I can't see your name either.
And when I click on you,
You're
your
totally
plate is
gone.
blank. Do me a favor, check. Are you logged in? Check that you're logged in.
I thought you found
Wait.
Check that you're logged in.
Yeah, yeah, it is me. It should.
This
Interested in
avatar
like
is
VR
in
festivals and seeing how other people are doing them, and
Yeah.
like I'd really like to like talk to people who other people who make that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, yeah, man. Like
Vanquisher. Sorry.
that's a huge
Lancashire.
part. I think that's a
What do you reckon
huge
to
thing
this
about VR.
state-of-the-art
Like the
avatar?
games are great, but being able to come in here and be social with people and be
Hold on, what?
normal, and that should kind of
You
because
need to, you need to
it's
speak
a
to
reality,
Lancashire
so
about
you should be able to
your
do more
wonderful
than just
avatar.
games. You should be able to come in
Like
here and
she's
just
like, no,
lay
please
back
no.
and chill or socialize with people, and yeah, I think that's really
Guess
cool
what
that
it
they
is.
included that.
Yeah.
It's probably not way painted properly.
It is way
But
painted properly. I'm
Vanquisher,
quite sure.
you know Vanquisher. Everyone knows Vanquisher.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta roll out the red carpet for him. Um, yeah, I'm hoping like it's really kind of cool because I'm thinking that as we grow, we can like share scripts. So like I'm hoping to build like one of the things I was thinking about is like if you build like let's for example like a fighting system where you have like experience points, I could build
Yeah.
that and then link it to a website. So like when people log in with their side quest app, like that will be like their character and then
Yeah.
other people could just put that code in their world and it would just like work. So it can both be like gaming and social and it could be really cool, but I don't know how to do that yet, so I haven't.
Well, I guess with Banner, they say Banner uses JavaScript, and that's a web-based code. So, like,
Yeah.
you might be able to do that. But I guess you would have to talk to Ready Player One or Ready Player Me. You have to talk to Ready Player Me and see if they can like provide some type of connection to
Oh
where
no,
you can link it.
they're just the avatar system. So if you just like put some script on a website like and like some basic assets, then you could do
Yeah.
things like have a health bar or something like that.
Wow, yeah, that's a good idea, dude. That'd be cool as heck. You know, 'cause
Right?
like that's the reason I like Horizons. Is that Horizons is social. I don't know. There's a lot of kids in there, so I meet a lot of people, but they really make it to where there's things to do as far as like games and having activities and things like that to do. So like yeah, and they made it to where it's kind of seamless too. Like your avatar at your home is your avatar on Instagram, Facebook, uh, Meta Horizon Worlds. They made it like that, So like, I think it's kind of cool. Is like gamifying the whole thing, having a persistent character. And that's something I
Yeah.
learned in virtual reality gaming. Is that a lot of the games, you're not playing some legendary person with a backstory. You're playing yourself. You're playing a
Yep.
persistent character.
You're just some guy. You're not the chosen
Yeah,
one.
yeah. But I think it's more of like they address you as you.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're playing somebody else, you're playing yourself, but they're putting you in a certain situation. And
Yeah. And
I think it's
and if you
really cool.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good. Go ahead, go ahead.
Just like through like VR chat, you've seen a lot of people who do play as other people, but like
Yeah,
they do things like you've seen a lot of guys who get like female avatars and they kind of embody those characters and then they have
yeah,
like the female experience of like creepy guys just like creeping on them and they're like, oh, that is terrible, I hate that. So like they get that lived experience that normally they wouldn't be able to,
yeah,
which is just like it's like it's a really interesting social experience for like on so many levels because like you can be yourself or you can be somebody else, but not like you don't have to be like the superhero. You're not, you know.
exactly, exactly. It's not like it's being chosen for you,
Yeah.
I think that's more the older way is like, you're this person and you have to do this. It's like, But maybe I don't feel like being that, like I think virtual reality comes at you more of a way of you are who you are. This is what you need to do. So you're like, okay, I can
Yeah.
either feel, if I feel like doing it, I'll do it. If I don't, I don't. But at least I don't have to be something I don't have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not here anymore. There was a
Give
portal
me
to the
one,
festival area.
give me one
but,
second.
Because
What's up?
when
All right, all
maybe
right.
he'll put it back
to
for
make
next
my
time
mouth
to
on the
show.
avatar,
Hey everybody, I just want to let you know that the event officially ends in 1 minute. You don't have to go anywhere, but we will no longer be recording after that. So feel free to hang out, but the event will be officially over.
I have a question.
What's up?
Because I was gonna show people the festival area, but you don't have that any. Are you gonna have that for next time so people can see? Because you'll be talking about it.
Do you want to see the festival or do you want to see the
Oh, I
festival
was just.
demo? I have
I don't know.
both.
I was just gonna tell someone because I was telling Ryan wherever Ryan is that. Oh yeah, there was this festival. Maybe there's a portal to it, but then I didn't see it.
Here, let me
Right, yes,
throw it out there.
right here.
This is not a publicly available world.
Yes,
Um,
special. I know.
Yeah. Okay, it's somewhere around here. I don't know.
Yes,
I
it's
threw
right
it?
here.
Oh.
You threw it over there. People are melting into it as you speak.
It didn't show up for me.
Oh, just dive right here.
Good talking to you, Arkin. Good talking
Yeah,
to you,
you
man.
too. I'll see you later.
Nope,
Oh,
I
you're
fell
gone
flat on
too.
my face. Am I? How come I can't go?
I don't know. Here, let me throw the world again.
I was gonna try to log out and log back in. Well, I've seen it. Oh, there we go.